Okay, welcome in everyone. It's Monday, which means even though I've been sitting here for the last 30 minutes, I am still unprepared. How are you all doing today? Hello, Augie. My weekend it was a weekend. Paul and I went to William's Den during the weekend. Highly recommend. It used to be a farm. It used to be a working farm. But the people that owned the farm, they had an autistic child. And over the years, they built a small outdoor playground for their autistic child and their other kids, so they would have some place to play outside. And then it slowly snowballed from there. So the kids invited their friends, and they loved the playground so much that it just kind of turned out to be like a bunch of kids would come over to the house after school and during the school holidays, to hang out with the kids and to they hang out together and play in the playground. And they started adding to it, and then they opened it up to the public, and it's just kind of snowballed, and it's really cool. They've got an indoor play area it looks like a tree house, like a giant tree house, and there's lots of water play in the inside bit. Outside, they also have water play and sand play and tunnels, which is why Paul likes William's Den. They've got absolutely loads of different things. They have a small zip line, a den building area. They have a woodland walk area. Paul absolutely loves it. And the best thing is they allow adults to come in. So, not kids. If you're an adult and you want to go play there, you can do. It is literally for all ages, and they do not bat an eye at Paul coming there to play. Every time they just, right then you've got 2 adults and 1 carer. You always get one if you have a disabled person, no matter what age they are. If a person is disabled and they need a carer, as long as you have like a carer's card or a benefit letter saying that you're in receipt of carer's benefit, or the person is in receipt of disability allowance, you one adult gets in for free, which is really cool. So Paul absolutely loves it. Highly recommend. I think, Augie, I think your kids would love it. So if you get a chance to go there, highly recommend. Hi, Crispy. How are you doing? Good morning to you as well. I'm just sitting here drinking my chocolate cherry. My chocolate cherry coffee. I have decided that this coffee tastes better with milk. So I always I've been putting a little bit of milk, there we go, in the mug, and I just kind of like just keep adding coffee to it. But without the milk, it tastes like dark chocolate, like 70%. With milk, it tastes like milk chocolate. So good. It is so good. But if anyone lives in the UK and you get a chance to go to William's Den, seriously, if you have kids, or if you have an adult person who is who has autism, or ADHD or whatever, then highly recommend. Absolutely highly recommend. Paul loves the place. Paul absolutely loves William's Den. He doesn't really play on anything else except for the tunnel, because they have a bunch of different plastic pipe tunnels And there's one that he absolutely loves. It's just one single tunnel. It's about 12 feet long, uh, buried by dirt. You know, they've got dirt over the top of it, and he just plays in that for like the entire time we're there. I have to force him. I have to force him to go into other things. So I'm like, um, come on, Paul, let's go play on the spring loaded wooden platforms, you know. Or hey, Paul, let's come over here and you can hop on these pads that squeak, you know, when you jump on them. Or hey, Paul, you like these swings, these giant, you know, what are they? The net swings. You like these big net swings? Let's go on the net swing and I'll push you. I literally have to force them, and I have to go through like schedules and say, right, Paul, you can go in the tunnel for 45 minutes, and then you have to play on something else for like 10 minutes, and then we have to go to lunch, and then we're gonna go for a walk, and then you can go play in the tunnel again. Otherwise, he would spend the entire time that we're there in that tunnel, and it's so boring for me and my partner, who usually comes along with, you know. Crispy, you're not doing too bad. You purchased a hotel renovation from the website, loaded this morning. It's on 99 pence. Wow, that is a bargain. Hotel renovation is like a really, it looks like a good game. Is that the game that I'm thinking it is? Hold on. I gotta look it up. Is this the one I think it is? Is it is it Hotel Renovator? Oh yeah, this one. Yeah. This is a really good game. Um yeah, it's definitely a good game. Uh and the fact that they've added so many things, they've got an indoor garden, you know, room and furniture set as well. There was one hotel renovating game um that I tried the demo of, and I really want it. There we go. It's and Crispy, I think you might like this one. Yeah, it's kind of like House Flipper but with hotels. Yeah, it's very House Flipper, isn't it? You might like this game, Crispy. I tried the demo a while back. Hold on, let me show you. Here we go. It's called "There Are No Ghosts at the Grand," and like Hotel Renovator, you have inherited a hotel set in England in this game. You have a cat, and you also have this very weird renovation gun that helps you renovate the hotel. But it's got like it's a musical, and it's got a little bit of horror mystery aspects as well. So, yeah, it's Augie. It's on your wish list as well. It looks fantastic, doesn't it? But it's not being released until the end of this year. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game being released because the demo was so much fun. It really was. I usually with demos, I'm like, yeah, all right, that demo was pretty fun. I'll wishlist the game. With the demo of this game, I'm like, oh my god, please let me play more. So you know, immediate wish list. I do like games that have a story, you know, a little bit of a plot line to it, and mystery, you know, puzzle elements, and just yeah. I like being able to do my own thing and decorate and that, but I also like a little bit of mystery and things to find, lore. I live for the lore. I need a t-shirt. I need a t-shirt or a coffee mug or both that says I live for the lore. You know? Good morning, Jeebs. How you doing? How you doing? Glad to see you. Augie, you do like intrigue in a game as well? Yeah, definitely. Right, my friends, what are we doing this morning? It is our Work With Me live stream today. So, welcome in. Jeebs, you're prepotente. Okay. You are prepotente. Typical Monday morning for you then, Jeebs. Hopefully the day will get better as it goes along. But yes, this is our Work With Me live stream with Sims 4 in the background, my friends. Let me load up the game. And while the game loads, I'll tell you what's happening. So for 20 minutes, we have our focus sessions. That's where we get our heads down. We do something off of our to-do list. It doesn't matter how big or how small it is. Just, try to get it done. And then, why is there a pencil icon? What? Okay, anyway, yes. Sorry. So, after our focus sessions, we have 15 minutes of break time where we chat about basically anything, but today we do have a lot of life simulation news, Sims 4 and Sims 4 and Paralives news to get through as well. Jeeves, it's the worst. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jeeves. Like I said, hopefully things will get better. Augie, today's bittersweet. It's Maddie's final day at secondary school. Aww. I really, that is, tell her I said happy graduation and congratulations on graduating. It's awesome. You don't graduate from secondary school every day, But yeah, bittersweet because she's all grown up now. Is she going to college, Augie? Is that her plan to continue education and by going to college? Paul graduates from college at the end of this month, and oh my gosh, he keeps for the last 3 months. It's been Paul graduates soon. I'm sad. Paul, say farewell to college makes me sad. I'm like, oh, Paul. But he's gonna love all of his groups. He's absolutely gonna love his groups when he goes. Augie, she's got a place in college doing a drama course. Oh, that is so nice. I hope she enjoys it. I'm sure she will. So, who do we have in our Work With Me house? We have Shaz. We have Cody. We've got Augie, who is currently cooking. We've got Optine, who is on the computer. We have Rob Bobson, who is currently exercising. Sean, who's doing gardening. Muir, who's talking to, who's actually going to be talking to Astana. So, we have a few people in our Work With Me house. Let's start off with Shaz, shall we? And we will follow Shaz around during our first 20-minute focus session. Why is my... Oh my god. Stop it. Argues. I always argue. Okay, let's get the timer started, my friends. 20 minutes on the clock. I will mute my microphone. I promise. I will turn up the music. We'll get The Sims 4 playing in the background, and let's get some work done. Catch up with you all in 20.
Sarabin Dombila? Chibs.
Been feeling trapped down on the floor. I don't know what for. Feels like I'm gonna lose. Silence takes a hold. I can't let it go. Chain up, no one knows. But I won't let the stormy seas throw me in open water. Let me have my peace and leave me till tomorrow. Wind into my sail, away from things I let go, floating on the way. We go bottoms up, we go all the way. When you're feeling down, push the pain away. We go bottoms up, we go all the way. And face that another day. We go bottoms up. Shaking through my car, left me in the cold. Chained to what I know, drifter on the road, take it where I go. But I won't let the stormy seas throw me in open water. Let me have my peace and leave me till tomorrow. Wind into my sail, away from things I let go, floating on the way. We go bottoms up, we go all the way. When you're feeling down, push the pain away. We go bottoms up, we go all the way. And face that another day. We go bottoms up. We go bottoms up. And face that another day. We go bottoms up. We go bottoms up. We go bottoms up.
What's soup? Think he knew. But Tosh,
I got your letter, guess this is better. You win sometimes, lose sometimes, no need to apologize. It was the distance we had between us. It broke us down in disguise, no need to apologize. But I can't help that I miss you now, and I need to reminisce this cause we're still at our moments and they keep coming back to me. I can't help that I miss you now. I can't help that I miss you now. Can't say I like it, but I can fight it. Some things are not meant to be, even if it's hard to see. I'll try to let go, it's not easy, you know. Some things are not meant to be, let's skip the apologies. But I can't help that I miss you now, and I need to reminisce this cause we're still at our moments and they keep coming back to me. I can't help that I miss you now. I can't help that I miss you now.
Everybody's been saying that you're up to no good. Everyone has been telling me
Shanisi Pomo, Finn
playing it big time. You're feeding me lies. Everyone has been bugging me to sever the ties.
Shamagra Gorsai,
But I would
Plaza
never,
Bilba,
ever, ever
Mirchel
would believe them.
Karenzi.
No reason. Sometimes the truth is hard to see. But now the never, ever, ever seemed to be over. I saw her, so I'm happy I got freed. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky. I won't let the door hit when I leave. Should've known by your rap sheet that you weren't nice. But now I am telling you, I'm going to smile. But I would never, ever, ever would have believed them. No reason. Sometimes the truth is hard to see. But now the never, ever, ever seemed to be over. I saw her, so I'm happy I got freed. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky. I won't let the door hit when I leave. I guess that I was born beneath a very lucky star. And in a week or two, I won't remember who you are. And he ran out of luck and now it's my time. Ain't no looking back, I'm on the right track. Here she goes. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky. I won't let the door hit when I leave. I guess that I was born beneath a very lucky star. And in a week or two, I won't remember who you are. I guess that I was born beneath a very lucky star. And in a week or two, I won't remember who you are.
Ka Zipanork. Fazunia. Oi,
I've been going out of my head. I've been waiting for someone to give me help. All I'm asking for is just some space and some time, then I'll be alright. I've been having thoughts in my mind I can't get out. Tell me things I can't say myself from you. some space and some time, then I'll be alright. I've been having thoughts in my mind I can't get out. Tell me things I can't say myself from you and nobody else. Everything is out of my sight. This is oscillating. I can do it all in your way. Say all the things that you say. I can do it all in one night. When I go out, the light doesn't shine on me. I fade out. It's all so new to me. I need you, someone to show me the way. The light doesn't shine on me. I go out, the light doesn't shine on me. I fade out. It's all so new to me. I need you, someone to show me the way. The light doesn't shine on me. Shine on me, 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 shine on me. Yeah, 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 yeah. And they say, oh, no me estás sonando más que solo palabras. Y si no las cumples, se van a desvanecer. Algún día volverás al lado mío y yo de testigo. Vamos 1, 2, 3, sin estrés. Muéstrame sus pasos, te cuento hasta 10 y ven. Yo sé que tú quieres moverlo sin pena, ven. Sin estrés, muéstrame sus pasos, te cuento hasta 10 y ven. Yo sé que tú quieres, sé que tú quieres conmigo, amor, de todos esos placeres que brinda la vida y que nos hace tan feliz. Sé que tú quieres conmigo, amor, de todos esos placeres, como acariciarte y conocerte de raíz. Recuperé la fe cuando yo a ti te vi, mami. Bailabas como un ángel, me acuerdo de ese party. No lo hacías despacito, no eras como Daddy, eras como Bad Bunny, tu flow bastante cari, alright. Hermosa y con timidez me gusta, y con esa sencillez que asusta. Sabes bien cómo es que es combi completa de cabeza a los pies. Sin effects, mami, yo te entono, te subo el pitch y te derrito el cono. En mis historias siempre te menciono, para esa reina necesito un trono. Sin effects, mami, yo te entono, con esos besos, chica, me emociono. Con tu cuerpo y tu nivel, quieres otra vez. Sé que tú quieres conmigo, amor, de todos esos placeres que brinda la vida y que nos hace tan feliz. Sé que tú quieres conmigo, amor, de todos esos placeres, como acariciarte y conocerte de raíz. Vamos 1, 2, 3, sin estrés. Muéstrame sus pasos, te cuento hasta 10 y ven. Yo sé que tú quieres moverlo sin pena, ven. Sin estrés, muéstrame sus pasos, te cuento hasta 10 y ven. Yo sé que tú quieres, sé que tú quieres conmigo, amor, de todos esos placeres que brinda la vida y que nos hace tan feliz. Sé que tú quieres conmigo, amor, de todos esos placeres, como acariciarte y conocerte de raíz. El futuro, bebé, ya tú sabes.
Wow, that's pretty shade. Ichuta. Linda. Onaya.
My heart is made
just the way it is, love.
Sabili.
My childhood was a bore, my feelings got ignored. Now I get back to now, love.
Tipo Mazas in on this
Like I stepped on legal stressing on my way to work. My way to work.
Waga Fruit.
Smiling like a robot, try my best to cover up how much it hurts.
Heavy
You know it
ship.
hurts.
Boy, Shabadoo.
I'm not coming to your birthday party. You know I can't dance when I'm broken hearted. My family don't care. I guess they're unaware. I moved out of the nest then. The city's cold and dark, inspires all my
So apparently there's a
Yola Chiba.
got me feeling like I stepped on legal stressing on my way to work. My way to work. Smiling like a robot, try my best to cover up
Hello,
how much it hurts. You know it hurts. I'm not coming to your birthday party. You know I can't dance when I'm broken hearted.
I really need to get my stream deck reset up, everyone. But that is our first focus session done. How are you all getting on? Augie, it looks like you're doing tasks. Jeeves is doing tasks. We're all getting there. We're all getting there. So, we do have a lot of stuff to get through. But I did notice that there is a little bit of a wow. Why is everyone sitting on the sofas except for Shaz? That's a bit weird, but it's fine. Okay, Shaz, why don't you go ahead and repair that for us, please? Let's make sure there's nothing else that's broken. Everything else seems fine. It's just weird that everyone is... Whoops. It's just weird that everyone is, like, here, you know? Everyone is sitting at the sofa, which, and we've got a, that's weird. Let me get rid of that. Okay, there we go. I have to take a screenshot, just because, you know, it's very rare that you ever see a full household like this, where everyone is, in the same place. So weird. Augie, house meeting. It does seem that way, doesn't it? Crispy, you're renovating your first hotel room and the hotel renovation. Nice. Have to let me know how it goes. Because the game does look good, but you'll have to let me know, you know, how the controls are and everything. Jeeves, Astana is missing as well. Yeah, where is she? Oh, Astana's just over here living her best life, playing with clay. You know. As you do, right? As you do. Shaz is exercising and Astana's playing with clay. Everyone else is having a house meeting. But there you go. So, yes, news, my friends. News. What are we doing in life simulation? There is so much. I mean, seriously. Let's start with getting rid of these two things real quick so that you all can see what I'm reading. Over 900,000 copies of Paralives have been sold on Steam since in less than a month. In less than a month. That is just what even? That's amazing. So, the devs, by the way, had no idea. They did not expect the game to sell this many keys. The game to sell this well. So, I'm looking at simscommunity.info article, and they have written an article about Alex Masse that he appeared on a national Canadian broadcast channel, headquartered in the city Quebec, where Paralives studio is located, and yeah, absolutely amazing. So they've actually translated the interview because it was done in French, and Alex says, it's you create your characters and a family, you build your house from scratch and decorate it, and then you can have fun with your characters and let them live out their lives. So, it just explains to your average non-gaming audience what Paralives is. And the broadcaster, the person doing the interviewer says, so I was reading that the game takes place in Quebec City. Do we get to choose the city, or how does it work? So he clarifies, there's only one city, but we drew inspiration from Quebec, where, which is, as Quebecers, we really love. And he says the architecture, there's stone buildings, and the castle atop a hill, which was inspired by Le Chateau Frontenac, that's in Quebec City. And it says there's Quebec-specific references, but, of course, the game, the world isn't just Canadian. They've taken little inspirations from around the world and put them in the world of Melino, which is awesome. And he says there are loads of references. You can cook poutine, and there's a Quebec flag hidden in the game, and all of that stuff, which is really cool. I absolutely love to see it. Crispy, yes, over $31 million in revenue is amazing. That's just wow. Just absolutely wow. So, yeah, the interview quickly went to sales, and there's 15 of you in the studio. I imagine your competitors who are launching games have much more developers. How did you manage to stand out? And his response is the best response that you could probably give. And he says, The Sims, who is our main competitor, had never really faced any competition in the life simulation genre, so right from the start of the project, our goal was to fill a gap in the market. He says, players like me, who are fans of The Sims, have been waiting for alternatives for decades. And he says, essentially, that's how we managed to win players over. They were looking for other games of this type, and we succeeded in capturing their interest with new features, innovations we introduced that set us apart from The Sims and made the game more appealing. He says, take the build mode. In The Sims, it uses a 1 meter by 1 meter grid. You don't have flexibility when placing walls. It is a bit basic. And he said, so we opted for greater flexibility. You can build walls at any angle, curved walls, walls of any length, and so on. It's much the same across the various game modes. We've introduced new features throughout, which is freaking awesome. Absolutely awesome. I love Paralives build mode. Seriously. Have you all seen, by the way, have you seen the image trick for blueprints in Paralives? It is the neatest trick. So basically, in Paralives, you can, you can do custom images. You can upload, you can take an image from your computer and put it on an image, a picture frame in the game. Well, using the fancy tool, the advanced manipulation tool in build mode. You can take a picture of a blueprint, put it on a picture frame, and then twirl it around so that the image is like a rug, facing upwards, and lying on the ground. And you can stretch it out really big to fit the grid in Paralives. And you can actually you can draw your walls on top of the blueprint to more easily make make houses in Paralives, which is absolutely awesome. I freaking love it. So yeah, it's just amazing what you can do in Paralives, and it's just wow. Yeah, but they do say here, going on to the actual sales side. So in as of this interview, it was just 15 days after the release of Paralives, and yeah, they sold in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, they sold over 900,000 copies of Paralives and brought in 31 million Canadian dollars, which is about 22 million in US dollars, which is, hold on, I'm gonna have to search this. So here we are. It's approximately 16.5 million British pounds in 2 weeks. Which is like it's jaw-dropping. And I reckon that they're probably in the millions by now. It would not surprise me if they have actually sold over 1 million copies by now. It is just amazing how popular this game is. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised, but still, I am pretty surprised. Alex says that they were aiming for 100,000 keys to be sold, to be comfortable for a few years. In other words, they're like, right, we need to sell about 100,000 copies so that we can continue to develop the game through early access. And they've done that 9 times over. Which is freaking awesome. So yeah. So he says, right from the start of the project 7 years ago when I was recruiting, I wanted to attract top talent by setting up a revenue sharing program. We share 12% of the game's revenue, which results in nice bonuses that we pay out to the employees every 6 months. So yeah, the employees are going to get one heck of a bonus. For the first 6 months of 2026. That's just, wow. Absolutely amazing. And this is how game development, in my opinion, should work. No crunch time. I know that the Paralives devs they believe in no crunch. So no crunch time. Weekends off. Proper holidays off. It's a revenue share. Proper wages. It's just amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Augie, it goes to show that there's definite thirst for something other than Sims. Yes, 100%. I completely agree with you on that. It is absolutely amazing. So yeah, the interviewer said, what's next? So he says that this mission is working. That their only mission right now is working on Paralives. They are not planning on making any more games. They want that all they want to do is develop Paralives. And he says that the goal is to keep updating it for the next 5, 10, or 15 years. Basically, as long as there is a player base who is actively playing the game, they will continue to develop it, which is awesome. So yeah, the next up to 5 to 15 years, and I believe that he said that they can actually afford to do that, even if they do not sell any more copies of Paralives. They are set for the next 10 years at the very least, which is just on the back of what they've sold so far. So that is absolutely amazing. It really is. And my music has just stopped, but it's fine. We'll get the music going in a minute. So yeah, she says, she asked him, do you take into account ideas from players who ask, I'd like to have like an aquarium or whatever else? And he says, people have all kinds of requests, and it's fun to involve them in the development process. We've been receiving plenty of suggestions from the very beginning. Since the launch, we had a form on our website that people can fill out. We've received 150,000 form submissions from people suggesting all sorts of things, which is awesome. And they take into account all of it. From what they've said, they go through all of them. They go, right, is this feasible? Can we put this into the game now? Actually, will this fit into the game? If yes, then they go, okay, can we put this into the game now? If the answer is yes, then they go to work on it and to get it into the game as soon as possible. If the answer is yes, we can see this being in the game, but no, we can't put this into the game now, then they put it into a later pile, which is fantastic. And you gotta love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. Crispy, you would have to assume that with the revenue they've made from Paralives, they could also branch off and make another game if they want. You can't imagine them sticking with only having one game. That is what Alex says, though. Alex has said that they only want to develop Paralives. They do not want to develop any other game because he wants to keep the team to no more than 20 people. And if they go, if they branch off and they start making another game, he's going to have to hire more developers. And he doesn't want to do that. He wants to keep the Paralives studio at no more than 20 developers, which is understandable. He wants that small, close-knit feeling, So yeah, if they start developing a second game, then they're gonna have to double their workforce up to 40 people at least. So yeah, I can, and Paralives isn't even out of early access yet, so I can understand him wanting to fully focus on Paralives. Maybe in the future, once Paralives has come out of early access and has been fully released, maybe then he might go off and do another game. Who knows? But he says that yeah, he doesn't want to he doesn't want to do a second game, and right now he just wants to concentrate on Paralives, which is why the studio is called Paralives. The studio and the game are both called Paralives, which is a little bit confusing. Just a little bit confusing, but it's fine. So he says, could you be acquired by a larger company? Was asked during this interview, and he says, well, it is possible. You see it in the industry, it happens. We certainly like being an independent team. We have complete creative control, so we don't want to sell to anyone right now, and we're very happy with our current situation. So that to me is a bit of relief, because he says that it's possible that they might be acquired by a larger company, but he doesn't want to sell up. And personally, I think that if they if Alex does end up being, if Paralives is acquired by a larger company, either voluntarily or through a um a hostile takeover, I think that that would be a detriment, to be honest with you, because I mean, just look at, well, yeah, look at every single indie game developer that's ever been bought out by a huge AAA publisher. It doesn't take very long for that AAA publisher to start meddling and to start prioritizing profit over making a good game. So I really, really hope that that never happens and that they stay as a small indie developer forever. That would be my personal best scenario. Crispy, you mean that it makes sense for the short term, but you think after 15 years, when sales will slow down, they would need another game to line up more money? Yeah, that exactly, yeah. You never know. They might, after 10 years have passed, decide to make Paralives 2, which I wouldn't be angry about. I would not be angry if they go, right, we're gonna develop Paralives for 10 years. And put in all the things that we want to put into this game. And then in 10 years' time, when, the game is old and you have more modern computers, then going, okay, we're gonna stop developing Paralives and we're going to make Paralives 2. Like The Sims did, with Sims 1 and Sims 2. That makes complete sense to me. 100%. Jeeves, it can't be a hostile takeover when it's privately owned. Yeah, that is very true. That is a good point, Jeeves. Crispy, you can see on Paralives' website that they're advertising for 2 new roles to join the team. Nice. So they currently have 15. So that would bring them up to 17, which is pretty good. And that's still under the 20 max that Alex wants for the team. So yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I really, really hope that the team, that the Paralives studio and that the devs there continue to be successful, and that the game continues to attract more players. Because yeah, we need more indie devs who refuse to sell to large AAA publishers. We definitely need that. AAA publishers need to go the way of the dinosaurs, in my opinion. Just saying. Hot take of the day, or maybe not with my community, because y'all think about the same as I do. So, Crispy, there were 3 jobs listed yesterday, but it's now down to 2. So you assume they've just hired someone. I mean, that's awesome. So that means that would be 18 developers. And they do need more developers, let's be honest. I think that they are a little bit overwhelmed with how popular the game has become. I don't think they expected it to be this popular. So it is absolutely amazing. You want to know something else that's amazing? Something that I noticed this morning when I was getting ready for my live stream. I noticed on Twitch that, and it's not something I just noticed this morning, but I've been checking every time I go live, or right before I go live, I've been checking how many people are currently watching Sims 4 live streams and how many people are watching Paralive live streams. And for the last week, at the very least, the last week, the number has been double or triple on the Paralive side. So, like, for example, if there are 900 people watching Paralive live streams, there's only been, like, 300 people watching Sims 4 live streams. And that also says something. Because typically with Sims 4 on Twitch, there's been, I mean, the numbers are up until I would say recently. The numbers have always been up in the thousands. Shoot. As in like, 2,000-3,000 people watching Sims 4 live streams. And since Paralives has been released, yeah, it's down to triple digits instead of quadruple digits or more, which is very, very interesting. So, truthfully, I think EA should be worried. I'm just saying. EA should definitely be worried. But that is the chime, and we do need to get back into our work session. So 20 minutes on the clock, my friends. Let's get some more work done. I'll catch up with you all after our focus session, and we're gonna jump into Sims 4 news next, during our next break, and talk about the Sims 4 marketplace. So I'll catch up with you all in just a few minutes. Also get some more music up because it's really quiet.
Got me stranded like a boat in the sand. Just the thought of not spreading my wings drives
Hello everyone.
Whoa. Oh. Gusta.
Laid under the willow tree, the last weekend of summer. The empire at our fingertips, the autumn to discover. If I would have had the worthiness to be the perfect lover, would you stay under the willow tree when I asked if you would be? Would you be? Would you be my Valentine? Would you be? Would you
Vanaya. Ubadoo-free, huh?
I remember when we used to be in love, and we thought that nothing could ever keep us from partying, leaving the romance behind. But now you're gone, and all I have is time. And though you're not here anymore, I still think about you. 'Cause baby, yeah, I didn't forget you. Hey, no, I didn't forget you, baby. I know we drifted so far apart. And I know we both made a brand new start. I saw you walking and talking with another guy, and I wish you happiness. And sometimes I wonder why after all this time you're still on my mind. 'Cause baby, yeah, I didn't forget you. Oh, I didn't forget you, baby. Cause after all this time, you're still on my mind. Oh, I'll never forget you, baby. Oh, I'll never forget you, baby. Oh, I'll never forget you. Oh, I'll never forget you, baby. I'll never forget.
Good night. You slack 'em. Shoot, lava.
Whew. Okay, that 20 minutes went by way too fast, but I managed to get my current thing done at least. So, you know, we're getting there. It was a little bit rushed, but there you go. Right, let me pause the game. We've been we've been following Augie. Let's make sure, let's see if anything's broken. No, it looks like everything is okay at the moment. Nothing looks broken. However, all of our cow plants are dead. So I'm gonna have Augie go around and revive as many cow plants as we can. With Optine's help. Wow. All of these dead cow plants. Just yikes. Alright, Rob, can you help as well, please? Yeah, this one. Okay, there we go. That's the lot of them. Alright. Just, you know, just a few, but it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Augie, is there any wonder that you're scared of cow plants? I mean, you keep feeding them yourself, Augie. As in, like, literally yourself. So yeah, but there's no surprise. No surprise that you're scared of cow plants, to be completely honest, you know. Personally, I see them as watchdogs, you know, as deterrents. Anyone who would visit this house with that many cow plants in the gardens, they're just asking for trouble. That's my thoughts on the matter anyway. Right then, my friends, shall we? This is what I was looking for. There we go. Shall we have a chat about the marketplace? Sims 4 team released an article themselves saying starting June 11th, which was about 4 days ago, Free maker drops are coming to The Sims 4 Marketplace on PC, Mac, and console. Thanks to the participating makers, over the next 6 weeks, you will find new free content drops featuring original build, buy, and create a sim items. Each participating maker has submitted 1 to 2 items, giving you new ways to style your sims, refresh your spaces, and add more creative possibilities to the stories you're telling. Shout out to the makers who chose to participate, giving everyone fresh, free Sims 4 content. Here's the scoop on everything coming your way. 6 weeks of free maker drops. This is a limited time pilot program. From the 11th of June to the 16th of July, makers will release free content every week. Each drop will be available for just 4 weeks, ending on the 13th of August, which is Paul's birthday, coincidentally. So they say check back weekly. So the first freebies are from the 11th of June to the 9th of July. The second lot of freebies drop on the 18th of June. The second lot drop on the 25th. The fourth is the 2nd of July. The fifth drop is the 9th of July. And the final drop drops on the 16th of July. Crispy, you're looking forward to the free items each week. Yeah. Free. They had me at free. Let's be honest. Augie, is this The Sims fight back against the success of Paralives? I think it's... I wouldn't say that it's their fight back against the success, because I can guarantee that they've probably been working on this for a couple of months. So, because, it takes time to create the items. So my guess is it's less of a fighting back against the success and more of the Paralives is going to be back when they first thought of this and contacted the makers. They probably thought, yeah, Paralives is going to be releasing soon. We need to get something out there to entice people back into The Sims 4. So that's probably along that lines. Plus, they probably want to entice more people to go into the marketplace to show the shareholders, hey, people are going into the marketplace. It's worth doing type of thing. So, hello, Astana. How are you? Glad as always to see you. Me and my worm hands say hi. Jeez, no, it's some poor saps trying to get marketplace numbers up, so some guy in a suit who doesn't care about the game has numbers to present. Yeah, that is definitely, yeah. When it comes to EA, it's all to make the shareholders happy. That is the way that AAA gaming is nowadays. It is a sad scenario, but here we are. So if you are interested in grabbing the free maker drops, it's really easy to do. All you have to do here, I'll show you right now. Go into The Sims 4. Go into, hold on, let me go into build mode. Okay, so, wow. Huh, that's weird. I could have sworn that it let you go into the marketplace directly from in-game. That is weird. But yeah, basically, what you need to do is, let me save and exit to main menu real quick. And I can jump back in the game in a second, so... Crispy, you don't think it's The Sims fighting back against anything? This is something that's probably been in the works for several months. Yeah, exactly. A lot of people assume things happen as a result of another game, but a lot of it, is just, like, timing. It is, I wouldn't say exactly coincidental timing, but, it is just timing and how it worked out. Crispy Sims, even the base layers update was likely in development long before Paralives even showed off layering. Yeah. It just coincidentally happened to be, finished and released at that time. So, but yeah, to get the free stuff, if you're interested, go to your main menu, hit Marketplace button, then go here to free, and it will list all of the free stuff. It'll be here called Maker's Spotlight. And yeah, right now we have three things that are free. Actually, 2 things that are free, sorry. There's Taurus's Sit Next to Me build mode, which this looks pretty good, I have to admit. It's just 2 items, so it's a love seat and a sofa. So a very small, little pack, but it is a really cute little set. I love the blanket there on the love seat, and all of the cushions is really, really nice. So that's the first freebie. The second freebie is the Velvet Bow Heels by Miko. And they are a really cute little retro shoe for your Sims that come in quite a few different swatches. And yeah, it's just the one thing, but it is really, really cute. So yeah, grab it if you want free stuff. Don't grab it if you're not interested. It's completely up to you. I will not judge. Crispy, you can go into the marketplace in live mode. It's the store icon. Oh, okay. It's a bit confusing, in my opinion. But there you go. Let's try that out just to make sure. And Astana, hold on. Where? Astana, you slept so good, it felt like someone had injected something in you. I'm glad you slept well. And yeah, I agree with Augie. It is your body's way of telling you that you needed the rest. And that you got a good night's rest. It's always good when you get a really good sleep like that, where you just wake up feeling super refreshed, like you just drank an entire pot of coffee before you woke up. I absolutely love it. So let's jump back into the game. Let me check the time. Yeah, we're fine. Hey, Cioro! Glad to see ya. How you doing? Okay, so if we go into the store icon, I don't have the store icon. That would be why. Yeah, that would be why I can't find it. I don't have the store icon. I'm wondering, because I do have mods. I'm wondering if one of my mods is stopping me from seeing the store icon. That's a very big possibility. That is definitely a possibility. But yeah, I do not have the store icon, which is, yeah, okay, it's fine. Ciora, any coffee tastes better with milk. That's a hot take. That is a hot take. I would have to disagree with you, Cioro. So the coffee that I had, my pistachio and marzipan coffee, definitely tasted better on its own. It did not taste well with milk at all. However, the coffee that I am currently drinking, the chocolate and cherry coffee, it 100% tastes better with milk, in my opinion. I mean, it tastes fine without the milk. Without the milk, it tastes like 70% dark chocolate and cherries. With milk, though, it tastes like milk chocolate and cherries. So, in my opinion, yeah, it depends on the coffee. Jeeves, as long as it's not cold coffee. Cold coffee is so good, though. Gotta love cold coffee. Crispy, just an FYI, of the maker packs from Miko, for some reason, by design, their items only show up on female Sims. They don't show up on masculine Sims or frames at all, including the eyelashes pack. What? Wow. Why? That is weird. Because, I mean, I love putting feminine stuff on my masculine Sims. You know, I love putting makeup on my masculine Sims. I love come on. You know it yourself. Men often have longer eyelashes than women. Okay? when women have like I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, before I transitioned, I love my eyelashes. I very rarely put any mascara on my eyelashes because I have naturally long eyelashes. But my son, for example, and my partner, their eyelashes are like the envy. Like my partner has double eyelashes. Okay, so he has like 2 rows of eyelashes on the top of his on his upper eyelid, and they are long and lush and are what I would have loved to have had before I transitioned from female to male. Okay? I could not get eyelashes like his unless I used mascara. So the fact that some content creators are making the deliberate choice to not allow masculine frame Sims to use their content is just completely weird to me. I mean, like, culture shock type weird, you know? Augie, that was a choice by design. Yeah, it's weird, right? Jeeves, clearly we're not buying that pack if we can't put it on Optin. I mean, yeah. So, Yoro, YouTube's playing tricks on you. It started the stream from the beginning. Might need a moment to catch up. You skipped to nearly the end, and now you're watching with play speed 1.25. Wow. Wow. Speed! Gotta go fast. Crispy, you and some others reported on the bugs forum in regards to the eyelashes, and it was marked down by an EA manager as by design and said that you could leave feedback instead. Wow. That is not nice at all. You've seen someone comment that the free shoes also only appear for female Sims. Well, there go my dreams of using those shoes as in a medieval setting. Seriously, though, those shoes would have looked great on masculine Sims for, like, you know, medieval style. Because, for those of you who don't know, that was perfect timing, Mouse Nuts. Good morning to you. How you doing? Glad as always to see you. But yeah, for those of you who are not aware of history, back in medieval times, like, you know, 1700s, 1800s even, men wore high heels. And it was all the rage. It was all the rage for men to wear high heels. Not the stiletto heels that we see of today, but the high heels that are, you know, like the chunky heels that give you a bit of a lift. It was all the rage. And then women started wearing them, and men were like, you know, if women are wearing them, we don't want to wear them. Typical toxic masculinity going on there, but there you go. So, Euro, about the coffee thing, you'd have to be really desperate to drink coffee, and you usually throw so much sugar in there that you might as well eat coffee-flavored syrup. I used to be the same way, Sayoro, and then over time, I slowly got used to the coffee. And now I just drink coffee black or with a bit of milk, no sugar. Mouse nuts, and you've got snow. Wow. That's just wow. Paul would say it's climate change. Yeah. In fact, Paul would say that you're experiencing a mini ice age. I'm just saying. That's what Paul would say. That Scotland has got a mini ice age. So yeah, the Sims team go on to say about the free maker drops that once claimed, you can download them if prompted, and then you'll need to return to the main menu before going back into your game, and your free stuff should be ready to use. It says that if you have auto downloads turned off in Download Manager, you may see a Download Now button after confirming your claim. You can select it right away or return to the item page and select Download. So there you go. And if you want to know who all is taking part in these free drops, so the makers that are taking part are Serenity, Sibilette, Miko, Sixum CC, Taurus, Valia Sims, Alex Croft, Hydra, Brazen Lotus, Peacemaker, Hayan B, and I know I did not pronounce that right. I am so sorry. And Boshiana. So there you go. Jeeves, just like in the 70s. Yeah. Heels were a thing in the 70s as well, briefly. Mouse Nuts, All I Want Is a Proper Cup of Coffee. Oh, that's such a good song. I haven't been able to find it recently, by the way. But I love that song. Crispy, honestly, there seems to be some questionable choices in regards to some of the maker packs. The Coffee Clutter Maker Pack by Ice Mun Mun also have issues that apparently are by design. Ooh, okay. So what's the by design ones for Ice Mun Mun? What kind of coffee clutter has issues that are by design? So weird. Okay. So a ton of the clutter items should, in theory, snap to kitchen counters, but they don't. Feedback from the maker was turn on move objects. I am shocked. I mean, Ice Mun Mun is like one of the best custom content creators as far as food is concerned. I am really shocked that they just say turn on move objects. That doesn't seem to be in character with that maker or that content creator. Very, very odd. You gave feedback saying you don't want to use move objects that you build cheat free. That is seriously wow. Cioro, you're only 4 minutes behind, and thanks to explaining why every girl at the club envied you back in the days when you were wearing makeup. Eyelashes. It was 100% your eyelashes, Cioro. Crispy, you can't wait for the free item from Sixum. It'll be great to have a free pack with one new light switch. I know, right? Augie, you wonder if EA are putting tighter constraints on pack makers. I'm wondering that too. That wouldn't surprise me. It's just weird that a content creator is like use move objects. So weird. At Fort William yesterday. Snow! Up on the tippy top of the mountain. But it's still snow. It is still snow. Paul would definitely say that you're in a mini ice age. Also, though, that is legit a gorgeous view. I mean, that is gorgeous. That is absolutely beautiful. I love Scotland. Scotland has some of the prettiest views. It really does. Ben Nevis Range, yeah. Paul loves Ben Nevis. It's his favorite mountain in the UK. Augie, climate change, mini ice age. Exactly, Augie. Mouse Nuts, that's across the Caledonian Canal at Neptune Staircase. Wow. I'm impressed that you know that. I am seriously impressed that you know that. That's amazing. So yeah, Sims community, by the way, got involved, and they showed off the 2 free releases as well. Now I'm wondering if the Sims community website, if they mention that these shoes are not available. Let's see. Did they just? There are some free paid maker packs, by the way. There's a Toinette set maker pack by Sims, which is quite pretty. It's 200 moolah, and it actually has quite a few things in it for 200. And then there's the Cozy Shuffle maker pack by Madeline, which is kind of cute, if you want shoes, and it's 300 moolah. But yeah, very interesting. Very, very interesting that no one mentions. That the article doesn't mention Miko's choice of making the shoes feminine frame only. I'm looking through the comments. I love looking through the comments to see what people talk about. So let's see. No one has mentioned it. Everyone's just mentioned the SDX drop, saying how Sims used to do Sims Delivery Express drops, which were free content every once in a while, and I can't even remember the last time they did it, which goes to show you. But yeah, there you go. It's not mentioned, which is a shame, because you would think that they would mention it. You would definitely think that they would mention it, but it's fine. Crispy, how much tighter can they restrict the pack makers? They're already limited to using base game items as a stencil. They can't use items from any paid DLC. I know, right? I don't agree with them limiting them to using only base game items as a stencil. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. I have to say, though, I am impressed. Even though they have to use base game items as a stencil, I am still really impressed at how individual the creators have made everything that in the marketplace so far. You can it's amazing that they have managed to make everything so individual and so different. Considering that they have to basically use base game stuff as a base, Jeebs, don't buy from the marketplace, though. Yeah, really don't. It's wrong on so many levels. Unless the only way that I can say, excuse people from, say you might want to buy from the marketplace is if you're a console player. Because this is basically the only way that console players can get custom content in their games, from people who are custom content creators. It's literally the only way, which sucks. It really does, and mods need to be available on consoles, in my opinion. Consoles can access the internet, so therefore they should be able to download mods. It's the 2020s, not 1990s, Crispy, don't buy the Toinette set if you're wanting the art frame TV. The item is misleading. A description of the item says perfect to fit on a art wall gallery. The item itself does not show art. Ooh, thanks for the heads up there, Crispy. That is definitely something that we need to know about. Sayoro, back in the days, you looked like a gothic vampire, as intended. Your look and the fact that you had every basic makeup item on you made made you Evergirl's best friend back in the day. Sadly, you can't pull it off anymore. These days, you'd have an easier time looking like a Viking werewolf. Viking werewolf cosplay win, Sayoro. Crispy, you think they've done away with the SDX drops? They removed the UI for it when the marketplace came in. Yeah, it is such a shame. I loved the SDX drops. They were seriously awesome. I think what they're doing now is any new free base game content that they want to add, they're just dropping in with base game updates. Which makes sense. Because they are doing a lot of updates now. They're updating the base game with bug fixes and stuff at least once a month now. So lumping in what would have used to be SDX drops into the base game updates does make sense. From a pure workflow point of view, you know? But at the same time, I still miss the XDS drops, let's be honest. Sayora, wasn't there a mod to unlock the entire marketplace? Jeeves, there was, and then there were lawyers. Yeah, that's probably what happened. Mouse Nuts, which the Viking werewolf, still better than you when a friendly cow decides to give you a cow lick and slicks your hair back and makes you look like a character from the Grease film. Who needs hair products when you have cows? You know, just stick your face near a cow, the cow will lick you, and there you go. Instant hairstyling gel. Gross. Anyway, my friends, shall we? Actually, you know what? We're nearly at the 2-hour mark, so let's check in with our Sims. Let's make sure that that everyone's doing all right. Everyone is doing their little bits here. We're going around, reviving all of the cow plants. That's great. It's amazing that, you know, how fast today is gone. I mean, just wow. So we've got a masterpiece there. This, hello? Hello? That's weird. Why are these not... Okay, there we go. That's excellent. That's excellent. This one is bugged. Oh no, it's just not finished. All right, whose painting is that? Yeah, I'd like you to finish that painting, please, Rob. Okay, so we've got 2 excellent paintings, and we have 1 masterpiece. So let's sell things. And I think this is a brand new masterpiece. So let's grab it and bring it in here. Fantastic. All right, let's move. Whoops. Let's move this up. Move this down. Move this over. Move that over. There we go. Move this up like so. And we'll put that one there. Go back into live mode and look at that. I want this. I'm just saying, I want this as a print on my wall because I love it. It is seriously cute. I want that. Mouse Nuts, you do not recommend using cow saliva as hair hair beauty products? No, I don't recommend it either. Crispy, speaking on the mods on console thing, you recommend looking into how difficult and challenging it is when Bethesda wanted to add mods on console for Skyrim and Fallout. Console modding isn't easy because consoles, whoa, wait, what happened? Are locked down proprietary systems. Unlike PCs, manufacturers like Sony and Microsoft strictly block access to internal game files to prevent piracy, cheating, and malicious software. As a result, mods must go through official developer-approved channels. That is just mad. That is 100% mad. Can kind of understand from the malicious software point of view. But yeah, cheating is a weird thing. Piracy, that's a whole thing that I'm not allowed to get into. But there you go. Moral of the story is that consoles have extreme restrictions to prevent security breaches and user safety. That's why mods for Skyrim and Fallout, for example, are carefully curated and approved by Bethesda before release. Another thing to consider is those games very rarely get patches anymore. Yeah, that is very, very true. And that's probably the reason why the Sims team decided to go with the marketplace. One, it makes the shareholders happy, and you always have to think about the shareholders with AAA gaming. And also, you got the whole having to be pre-vetted and approved and go through that long, arduous process. And the marketplace allows that to happen on an easier and smaller scale. They vet the creators before they allow them access to become makers in the marketplace, and then they don't have to worry about it too much. So which makes sense to me. That definitely makes sense from a console point of view. I am, of course, a computer, PC player. And for me, the marketplace doesn't make sense because I can grab some content like that super easy. But yeah, the marketplace is definitely for console simmers, 100%. Okay, so I think everyone is happy. Wait, what? Yeah, Astana can like homebody sims. Sure. Do you agree with that, Astana? Do you like homebody sims? And Jeeves, congratulations on deleting your snapshots. Good job. Good job. Okay, my friends. I think that we could probably get through one more bit of news. Okay? This is just a heads up Sims news. The Sims team's performing final testing on fixes scheduled for their 30th of June base game update. So, expect an update on the 30th of June, which is like in 15 days. So a little over 2 weeks. Expect that update to happen. So before then, make sure that you've backed up your mods, backed up your saves, done all of that wonderful stuff that needs to be done, because the update will break your mods. It always does. Any big fix update like this will break your mods, so make sure you have everything backed up. So yeah, they are going to release their laundry list on the 23rd of June, which is going to be next week. Which we will cover here on this channel, by the way. We will go over both the laundry list and the final bug fix list after the game has been updated. They say you can expect to see fixes for doctor and actor careers, pets, dynasties, gallery, and more. They say the fixes for the gallery include an issue that was preventing players from downloading custom tattoos, endless loading, as well as soft locking on consoles. There you go. And they're also aware of a problem with people not being able to claim free maker drops. And they say that they're aware of it and they're investigating a fix. And if you ran into the transaction error message, you should be able to download the free maker content after restarting the game. So there you go. That is literally the only things that they've responded to as well in that thread. Cioro, one reason for you to stop playing Sims, not the only reason and definitely not the biggest, was their sudden raise in patch frequency. You didn't like to replace your mods every few... Yeah. I completely agree, and that's why I keep my mods to a very low minimum. I mean, if we look at my mods real quick, documents, EA, Sims 4, mods. So I only have a small, small amount of mods. Specifically, I've got little less than 30 megs of mods installed for Sims 4. I've got a bunch by Little Miss Sam that's just quality of life fixes. You know, spend weekend with, auto gardening, automatic stereo system, automatic thermostat, automatic repair, and all of those little wonderful things that just improve the game a little bit and help autonomy run a little bit better in the game, which is great for these Work With Me live streams. Then I've got MC Command Center, all modules, and Woohoo package. I have Somatically's Decade Challenge, their challenge tracker, which I need to update rather. I've got Twisted Nexie's Better Family Tree, Coaster Pools and Basements, and Mod Guard, and their Better Build By. And then I've got the script injector, XML script injector, which you need for pretty much all of these. And that is literally all the mods that I've got for this game. I don't have any custom content, because I even when I used to have custom content, I never used it. So, but these mods, these are the ones that I use. So, but even with this little bit, my game still breaks with every single update, and I have to wait for MCCC Deaderpool with MCCC to update, and Twisted Nexie's Better Build By. I have to wait for him to update that mod. All the rest are generally okay. It's just those two that cause the Sims to break the most when there's an update. But it's still a pain. It is still an absolute pain. Crispy, on consoles, it's not so easy to have backup saves for your game, so if a mod breaks and ruins the save for a player, that save file is basically gone and not recoverable. Yeah. Which is why the Sims team, that is why they have, in a recent update, they made it so that you have, more backup saves to choose from. So if I go back to my main menu real quick and go load game and then hit the recover save. Actually, I'll do this on my content creation save. So if I go hit recover save, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 saves here that I can recover. And I believe on this one, there should be more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So yeah, I've got 11 backup saves on our Work With Me live stream save. Which is great. And that's available on consoles as well. So I think that's why they did that, was so that it's easier to recover your saves now if something like that happens and you get something breaks your save. like permanently breaks that particular save. You can go back 1, 2, or 3 or more saves from by using this recover save feature. I absolutely love this recover save feature, by the way. It is fantastic, especially as you say for console people who can't really back up their saves as easily as those of us who are on PC. Crispy, no offense to mod players, you understand their frustration when mods break. You also get that mod players are annoyed at how frequent bug fixes are now. Yeah. But it's literally what the majority of players have been asking for. More bug fixes and quicker bug fixes as well. Yes. And this is also why they're not releasing any more large expansion packs for a while. It's not because they're not developing more expansion packs. There's a huge thing that I've seen online with people upset that there's no expansion packs being released. It's been 2 months and there's no expansion pack. Why are we not getting a new world? It's been 2 months. They and then but then when those expansion packs are released, they're like, oh, why are you why are you, the community's all, why are you releasing more expansion packs and demanding that we purchase more stuff and spend more money when the game is broken and there's so many bugs. Fix the bugs first. I mean, you can't have it both ways. So the Sims team have decided that they're gonna fix the bugs instead of developing and releasing more paid for DLC, which I think is great. The Sims 4 has a lot of content, and yeah, but it also has a lot of bugs that need to be fixed before any more content is added. As in, like, gameplay content, that is. So I love seeing all the bug fixes, to be honest. I complain that, a little bit that my mods break and that I have to update them. But if you mod your game, it is your decision to mod your game. You've not been forced to do so. So therefore, even if it is annoying that certain things, certain mods break every time the game updates, that's really on you, And as a mod user, it's on me as well, It's just one of those things that we have to deal with if you use mods. So there you go. At least that's what I think. Hot take of the day. Maybe. I don't know. So Yoro, you had about 5 mods, but they were big, so re-downloading the newest version just got annoying. And Crispy, FYI, you might be wrong, but you're pretty sure the Better Build Buy mod also includes the remove marketplace icon in game. That might be why I don't have the marketplace. If the buy build better the BBB mod has that remove marketplace icon element added. That's a good point, Crispy. That's probably where or why I don't see it. Hold on. Documents, EA, Sims 4, mods. Let me see. Better Build Buy. Okay, no, it's just in one big thing here. Yeah, it doesn't actually say if it's in there or not. What about the who knows? It probably is, though. It probably is in Twisted Maxi's Better Build Buy built in, that is. I should check out one of the most recent Sim community articles. Apparently, they're insiders. Yes, we're going to be talking about that tomorrow. During tomorrow's Work With Me live stream. Unfortunately, I can only get through like 3 or 4 news articles during each Sims 4 stream, so I kind of have to space them out. But yeah, tomorrow, for those of you who might be curious, we've got a lot to talk about. So we're going to be talking about the Players Alliance, Fable. Yes, I know. What does Fable have to do with life simulation? You'll see tomorrow. There's also a new Paralives patch coming. a Sims 4 collaboration, and I'll just show you really quick, because this is a non-news thing. It's just the Sims EA.com/game/The Sims. They've changed the layout of their website. So now you're greeted with this huge banner when you go to The Sims, EA.com/game/The Sims. Welcome to The Sims, the world's favorite life simulation. Design your Sims, shape their world, and tell stories only you can imagine. And then the buttons start playing, which takes you to the Sims 4 store, online store, that is. So yeah, this is a non-news thing, but it is interesting to see the redesign. But yeah, Crispy, we are definitely going to be looking at that later on. That's this article. I think that's that one. But yeah, definitely 100% going to be looking at the insider stuff. Hopefully this week. Jeebs, how big is big? So there's a big problem with perception. It's not the community demanding bug fixes and expansion packs. There's one group that is part of the community that demands patches, and an entirely different group. Yeah. So we've got the Sims community as one huge umbrella, and then you got your little subgroups inside of the large Sims community. And each group wants different things, yeah. Although, to be honest, I have seen a few people who complain on both sides. Yeah, they're interesting people, let's just say. Zero Wicked Whims can get rather big. Luckily, not every animation had to be updated, and extreme violence wasn't exactly small either. Augie, you want to play and live in the new Fable. It looks so good, doesn't it? It really does. Crispy, Fable fans of the OG games will know that life simulation is a massive draw of the franchise. You're a huge Fable fan and love the life sim elements. Well, evidently, we're going to get into it in depth tomorrow, but evidently they're really leaning into it for this upcoming game, which I'm so excited about. I really am. I am tempted when the game releases to do a special live stream. That's playing just like one live stream, you know? Like my Thursday night live stream, instead of doing Minecraft, doing just one stream of Fable. Just because. Jeeves, you'll pretend that you've never heard of the mods that Sayuro. Oh no, Jeeves, you've never heard of those mods. Never. Augie, is it the world's favorite now that Paralives is launched? I mean, good point, Augie. I think it still is. I think this, because anytime you mention life simulation, the vast majority of people think The Sims. That is the first thing that pops into most people's heads when you think life simulation games. However, that might change. That might change over the next few years. We're gonna have to hold on to your seats or your hats, whichever, and join me 2 years from now, when we see how far Paralives has come. You know, Augie, will one stream be enough to play of playing Fable? Ooh, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Crispy, you're so happy that they're going to be releasing the new Fable on the PS5. I'm just happy that they're releasing it on both console and PC. Because I was really, really afraid that they weren't going to release it for PC, and that it was just going to be a like an Xbox exclusive for the first 6 months or so. I was just waiting for that announcement, but no, they're releasing for PS5, Xbox, and Steam, PC, which is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Crispy, one stream would be enough as long as that one stream is 148 hours long. I love it, Crispy. Hi, Maria. How are you doing? Glad to see you here. Unfortunately, though, my friends, we have gone over, as we always do. My stomach is growling, which means that it is definitely lunchtime. So, I will be back in 1 hour and 45 minutes with Paralives. We're going to be going back into our Rags to Mega Riches playthrough. Super excited to jump back into that game. Really am. Jeeves, yes, there exists a version of my Work With Me house that Jeeves has been playing, which is hilarious. Crispy, you have to remember that Xbox exclusive games are still usually released on PC via the Xbox PC Games Pass. Yeah, that is true. I always forget that the Xbox PC Games Pass exists because I refuse to I refuse to pay for a subscription for it. One, I have enough games I have so many games as it is, and two, yeah, I just don't like paying for subscriptions on stuff like that. So it's personal preference, you know. I don't judge anyone who does do the subscription passes, but it's just not for me. But anyway, my friends, I will see you all in 1 hour 45 minutes with Paralives. Until then, oh my god. Until then, please stay safe, stay hydrated. There we go. And I'll see you soon. Bye for now.